They call themselves Igbo when it's election season. But once the cameras are off, once the votes are counted, they vanish back into the shadows of ambiguity. They want the Igbo votes, but not the Igbo burden. Let's talk about the politicians who remember they are Igbo only when it serves their ambition. The ones who wear the Igbo identity like a costume, not a culture, not a commitment. This video might upset some people, but I am perfectly fine with that. But the truth needs to be told. Welcome to the conversation they don't want to have.
For me, yes, I'm from Delta State, but I'm definitely an Igbo man. There's no doubt about that. I'm from Delta State in the South, but if you're looking at Igbos across the country, I'm an Igbo man. I can't be counted out, and that is a true situation.
I'm a typical only question with the horror man, Ikwerre man. I'm not an Igbo. Listen, get it clear. I have no problem with Igbo people, and I have no problem with them. I'm associated with Igbo people. The mere fact we're all in southeastern Nigeria. The mere fact we're in northern Nigeria doesn't make you an Hausa man. Doesn't make you a Fulani man. Doesn't make you a Kanuri person. Doesn't make you not a thief person.
Mention one word in Ikwerre that has no similarity with an Igbo word. I also tell them, if you say you're not Igbo, I'm going to Ikwerre, well, if you tell a big man, the only Ikwerre big man, they are not expert for saying that he's Igbo. If you say you're an Ikwerre, if an Ikwerre man, you say you're an Igbo man, they will expect you. But for people like us who have been governor of it, they just ignore us. But I've told them that if you say you're not Igbo, look at the way you dress and look at the way you man dresses. The same type of cap, right? The same grammar and training. It's not the same. How do you identify a people by culture, by language, right? I've talked about language, I'm talking about culture and dress. And culture includes feeding. The Ikwerre man is nothing than ever 3 times a day. Let's diversify what the Ikwerre man eats. The Ikwerre man eats pepper soup with yam in the morning. That's what the man eats in the morning. In the afternoon, ever. In the evening, ever. They are going to break upon people go to that. So what is the difference between an Ikwerre man and an Igbo man? Like Ikwerre man says, you know what I said? I said, maybe you must have brought our parents go back here. And they want to, you don't want to be identified as people again because you brought us to family. But whatever it is between you people and our parents. We need to move this country forward.
Across Nigeria's political landscape, we have seen a trend. A growing number of politicians, especially from the South and Southeast zones, claiming Igbo ancestry only when convenient. During campaign rallies in Enugu or Anambra, they proudly shout, "I am Igbo too." But the moment they are questioned on national identity, they flip suddenly. They are not exactly Igbo or not bound by Igbo political interests. Let's call that what it is. Political Igboism, a form of identity gymnastics. You play the Igbo card just enough to win votes, but not enough to take in the heat. Take a look at Nigeria's political history. Some leaders from Anioma, Ikwerre, or parts of Delta and Rivers claim to be Igbo, derived only when it's culturally safe, but strategically distance themselves during national conversations.
Which ethnic group do you belong to?
I'm an Ikwerre man.
At different times you have said you're Igbo.
Don't bring that controversy. Don't bring that controversy. Whether is a country, I don't know why you want to go into that controversy.
Well, because it's interesting to know what your position is on that.
No, it's not. So if you ask an Ikwerre man, who are you? You say, I'm an Ikwerre man. So what you can say is an Ikwerre man and an Igbo man. There are those who there are divergent views. Majorities will say no. In all our honesty, majority will say no. There is a very tiny minority which includes me. And why do I take that position? It's political. And when I say political, it's not to win the votes of the Igbos. I didn't like the way the Igbos were being treated at a particular point in time. In protest against that treatment against the Igbos, I began to wear, what was it called? The tiger hair traditional clothes with the red cap. In protest, asking Nigeria to address their problem. Again, I made it public that I'm an Igbo man. In protest, it doesn't make me, whether I'm an Igbo man or not, is immaterial at this point in time.
Why? Because aligning with the Igbo cause can be politically dangerous in some circles, especially when the talk turns to marginalization, Biafra, restructuring, or secessionist tensions. They want the cultural capital, but not the cultural consequences. Just like Rotimi and Mechi here, and the very mouthy Nyesom Wike, they wear Isiago at cultural events, but won't say a word when Igbos are sidelined on the national stage. Some have even gone as far as mocking the same identity they once claimed when the political winds changed. This is bigger than just identity. It's about accountability. When you deny your people during political times, you've weakened the fight for justice, inclusion, and representation. If you are not proud to be Igbo when it's unpopular, then you don't be Igbo when it's convenient. Don't ask for votes from a people you are too ashamed to stand with. And this message isn't just to the politicians. It's to all elites who sit on the fence. You can't play both cards forever. History always remembers those who stood firm and who played chameleon. Let's be fair. Why do they even do it? Is it political survival, fear, ethnic tension, a need to blend in with whoever holds the power? What could possibly be the reason why they do it? But that's exactly the problem. If your identity is something you suppress to climb the ladder, then what does that say about the ladder? Make no mistakes. The average Igbo youth sees it. We are not blind. The internet doesn't forget. People are watching who stands tall and who falls under pressure. We are watching. If you truly believe in Igbo progress, then own it. In good times and bad. In the East and in Abuja. In the Senate or on the streets. In your homes and even in marketplaces. Wear your Igbo identity like a crown, not a costume. This is not about tribalism. This is about honesty. About standing with your people, not only when it is trending, but also when it is tough, like it is in Nigeria today. If you want the votes, wear the truth. If you want the support, carry the identity fully, without fear. Nigeria at this moment needs backbone, not shapeshifters, not chameleons, not people who switch sides, not people who do not stand in a place and you can tell where they stand at a particular time. What do you think? Should politicians be held accountable for how they represent their ethnic identity? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Call out names if you have to. This is a safe space for truth, not political correctness. And if this video speaks your mind, like it, share it, hit that subscribe button. We are not here to play safe. We are here to be real and speak the truth to power.
Then, if you're not Igbo or you don't have that affinity much to the Igbos, then if you are, you will be dismissed.
Is it the reason why Rotimi Amechi, when he was a governor of Rivers State, he said that he's not from Igbo?
He said he's a Ikwerre man.
Ikwerre man, that he has nothing to do. But now, he said that I am from Ikwerre, Rivers State. But what they are doing, the way they are treating the Igbos is not fair. Now he starts wearing Isiago to start supporting the Igbos. Okay, now sir, maybe it's because his ambition now is, next election, I don't know whether he's coming for next president. That's why he's claiming to be part of Igbo now.
That's why I'm laughing. Exactly. Let me as a historian, I don't forget. You know, and I pick things because sometimes they lead you to some landmarks. What Nick has said this many times. When he was governor, he was asked. He said he was a Ikwerre man. He never denied he was Igbo or not. They said he was a Ikwerre man. Now, then later, there was a time he said that he was more Igbo than many people who claim to be Igbos. That it was his ancestry coming from Abia State. There are people from Abia State in Rivers State who call themselves Ikwerre too. You know? But Rivers, majority Rivers are very ancestral, which are Igbos too. Then we have the Opobo side, we are of Abia State too. So I just said something to make you laugh. Wike is a minister today because the Okopuni side he came from, he has a Benin ancestry. So that millions value is why Wike is federal minister today. You know? So it's like that. When Ovile was governor of Rivers State, he was asked, all the days from Udoni. He was he's a highly respected CKC old boy. I'm from CKC. I left from Tate. So I met him when they were living. We were kids. And I can tell you that the guy was to do his demeanor, his way he was carrying himself, attracted a lot of respect from many people. But when he was asked if he was an Igbo man as a governor of Rivers State, he said he preferred to be a Yoruba man. Because he felt that his power with him was by the grace of Yorubas. So he left for the Igbos, he wouldn't have been governor. So he preferred to be a Yoruba man, you know. And graciously, his wife became Supreme Court because of Yoruba people. So you see the thing, they favor them if you're not Igbo or you don't have that affinity much to the Igbos. Then if you are, you will be dismissed. And I told you about Alaibe. Alaibe came, they promised him next time you become governor of Bayelsa. When the next time came, they didn't refuse. And put him back, the man who was annoyed, and he went back to the AD at that time. They flawed him. Next time he went to Labour Party, and that was the end of his political career. In the case of Rivers people, the problem is what I told you now. Any position there that tries to identify. Fubara, for example, the day Fubara was said to have appointed Ohaneze as chairman, I knew his time was up. Tinubu is to deal with suspended Fubara because of Wike. Tinubu found the excuse to remove Fubara because Fubara was close to Ohaneze. And the federal government has seen Rivers State, Bayelsa, Delta State, Akwa Ibom, Cross River as areas they conquered from the Igbos. Governor, I know, talking about Tinubu, is because of that. Not that Tinubu is doing anything. He doesn't want to lose his seat. Likewise, the Cross River. Any governor there, they must be hostile to Igbos to sustain his seat for the removal. Including Governor Emmanuel, including Abadio, whose wife is an Igbo woman. You can never associate with the same country they will give you, but they won't say it. That is what look at the father in Benue attacking people. You can never show anything that will bring you closer to anything to the Igbos. They will be in trouble.
So you mean removing Fubara, the secret of removing Fubara is because of Ohaneze?
Nothing else, not because of if Fubara was removed because of Wike, we would have said what he said if he knew, he would advise against it. Probably he didn't know, but he played into his hands. He played into their hands because of antagonism. But I said it to my close friends that this man is in trouble. If actually they nominated this another president, he's in trouble, and that's what happened. So any politician in this area, as you see, they are fighting for their lives because the British have seen the place as area they conquered from the war, and that's why the Igbos cannot rebuild Nigeria.